Virtual asset service providers in Hong Kong now need to be licensed in order to continue operating. It's part of the security regulator's new regime from June 1st, which also allows licensed exchanges to service retail investors for the first time. Among other licensing criteria, platform operators must conduct due diligence on tokens for trading and maintain a paid-up minimum share capital of around $638,000. Bitcoin and Ethereum are on the list of cryptocurrencies, a type of virtual asset that's approved for retail trading. Before, Hong Kong's virtual asset service providers could only offer trading services to institutional investors. Regular investors like me had to use offshore platforms or go to physical ATM machines like this to buy or sell cryptocurrencies. But now it will have more options. Companies have already started applying for licenses, and a transitional period till next May allows existing platforms like this to continue operating until a license is granted.
The pie is a lot bigger because previously we are focusing on crypto industry. With that particular license, we can expand to traditional finance area directly. With all the licensing or compliance standards, we're talking the same language, finally.
In a push to develop Hong Kong as a virtual asset hub, Hong Kong's monetary authority has recently urged banks to provide services to licensed virtual asset platforms.
We can at least talk to the world that the crypto industry is right now sophisticated enough to meet the overall benchmark as in traditional finance. Another implications is we can properly explore that any kind of real-world asset, financial asset, that can potentially be tokenized and trade under a regulated environment. That might be substantially expand the spectrum of virtual assets.
The new framework is meant to protect investors and manage risks. And with other places like the U.S. tightening regulations on digital assets, one expert says Hong Kong will benefit from a first-mover advantage.
On a relative basis, so Hong Kong has a much more supportive virtual asset regulatory regime compared to other parts of the world. So what we're witnessing would be a migration in fund flows and also for some of the digital asset companies to move their headquarters or their regional headquarters to Hong Kong. And that's going to drive a virtuous cycle of adoption, innovation, and also investments, which will help Hong Kong thrive as a regional digital asset hub.
The expert adds that there may still be gaps between the regime's ideation and implementation, and more fine-tuning will help, such as having IPO listing rules for virtual asset service provider startups. She says regulations are also needed for stablecoins and decentralized finance, which, according to authorities, are next on the agenda. Ann Chang, CGTN, Hong Kong.